Go live. I think it is a live broadcast, isn't it? Oh yeah. Let's do the pause right there. Okay. So here, guys, we're live. Oh my God, we are live. Good morning, Izzy.
Good morning. How you doing, everyone?
Good morning.
Ed, you want to do that pause again? That James Bond thing you were
Secret
doing?
agent. This is the secret agent realtor.
I love it.
Card. And then you
All
have
right,
the one.
007.
Good morning, Facebook. This morning, actually, we're going to go live, like publicly, right? This is the first time we're doing this, and I'm hoping that we're going to be able to do this a lot more often and on a more regular basis. We'll work that out with Izzy and Ed. My name is Gigi. I've been in real estate for forever. I'm along here with Israel Martinez, who's been a colleague of mine for many years, and Ed Penafiel, who has also been a colleague of mine for many years. They are both super agents. And what we will discuss today is something
Awesome.
I think is a little bit of an issue for a lot of us that deal with potential buyer leads off of the internet, correct? It looks like all those leads, once you get them on the phone, they just want to get you off the phone, right? And we have several main objections we put together, and we concocted dialogues, not scripts, because we just want you to understand the main frame of what we're going to be doing, and you can actually add your style, your personality, and so on and so forth. All those objections usually are stalls, because those people don't know who the hell you are, correct?
Right.
So we will be discussing 6 objections. I don't even see my banner right here. Let me put it right here. All right, let me show. So we will discuss 6 objection handling dialogues for internet leads. All right. I guess our superstars here are going to do the dialogue with us, and we'll go deeper into it. Let's go for it. So I'm going to share my screen. And the first, make sure I don't mess that up. This would be
Listen, you're doing good.
the whole world is watching us.
Just keep going. Just keep going. You're
All
good.
the superstars.
Do you
All the
guys see
superstars.
it well? Is that okay?
I can see it.
Yeah, you can
I
see
can,
it.
yeah.
Okay, good. So let's start over. So the first objection is you finally get on the phone with those leads, and they're telling you, I'm just looking, I'm good, and they're trying to get you off the phone really, really quickly. Go ahead, guys. So who's going to be the lead? Who's going to be the agent?
I guess
I'll be the lead on this if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I'll be the lead on this if you don't mind.
Sure. Let's do that.
Cool.
All right.
So you're just
All
looking.
right,
Go
so-
ahead, buddy.
So I get a call from you, and I guess you ask me a question, and I just say to you right away, no thanks, I was just browsing.
All right. No worries, Israel. I appreciate your time. Do you have any future real estate plans?
I don't. Maybe next year.
Understood. And when do you think? Spring, summer, fall?
I think more probably fall.
Fall time?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Now, tell me a little bit more about that. Why do you have to wait till the fall?
Well, I mean, my kids. I mean, they'll be in school by that time, and we'll want to downsize soon after school is over.
Got it. So you're gonna want to downsize right after the school season. I completely understand, man. Do you need to sell your current home before you buy?
We're not sure, actually.
Okay. No worries then. What information can I get into your hands while you are in the information gathering stage? Let me be your resource so that you can stay up to date with the market. How does that sound, Israel?
That sounds good. I mean, I'm looking for, a beautiful home to live in. Maybe a condo of 3 bedrooms.
Okay, awesome. Great. I will make sure to get you up to date. Do you mind if I just check in every now and then to see if you may have any questions or want me to revise anything within the research?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
No?
I have some information. So let me give you some. You can definitely reach out to me every month or so.
Perfect. So I have here. Let me just check the email address. The email address I have here is I'm just looking. I'm good at gmail.com, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Perfect.
All right, guys, that was kind of good. Kind of good. Let me see which. That was kind of good. Okay, we need to work on the acting. Okay, we need to get into the.
I thought it was Oscar worthy. I don't know.
No, but you know what is good? I hope everybody's. We're gonna. This is what we're really trying to accomplish, and it's very simple. All those objections are stalls. They don't, they just want to get off the phone. They don't know you. So what Ed and Israel we're trying to do right now is to overcome that objection. And I don't know if you've seen, they sort of, I'm just looking right now. It's fine. They just kept going, And the next thing they wanted to do is actually find the motivation of that buyer. Okay, ask question, dig, and then see how far along in the process they are. And I think this is what you're going to be doing most of the time is dig as much as you can. As long as you stay on the phone with those leads, you're good. You guys want to add something about that?
I mean, Israel, you want to add to that or?
Sure, absolutely. So when you're speaking to someone as far as objection, you definitely want to make sure that you're asking questions, not telling or not speaking, in the sense of once you ask a question, just wait for their answer. The best way to dig in with a buyer or seller, is to ask questions. And this way you're able to really sell whatever services you can with them. So because they're objecting on the first time, again, it's all based on them wanting to get off the phone with you. But once you ask that next question, you can see how motivated they are to really want to buy or sell.
Right. And yes, and so they want to get off the phone because they don't see the value yet in what you're bringing. And again, I just want to show to those that are jumping on. Today we're going to talk about handling 6 objections from internet leads. All right, that's what we're going to do. We will leave those dialogues in the Alliance Movement private group and in our private Facebook group, workplace group. Sorry for the others who are watching this live on Facebook, and we'll discuss later if you guys want to partner with either one of us or all of us, and we can discuss that later. Let's move on with the next screen. All right, let's share this one. So the next screen is, let's skip this. It's fine. We don't, I already have an agent. So
yeah, I get this one often too.
Yeah.
I get this one often.
Yeah. Israel, do you want to be the agent maybe?
I'll be the agent, sure. Not a problem.
Yeah. We worked on those two, and again, this is just like a main frame. We're not telling you that we don't pretend that we have all the answers to everything. And if any of you out there want to put some comments in it and add up and help us make those dialogues better, we would really appreciate it. All right, let's go for it, guys. Let's go for it.
All right. So at this point, I'm calling Ed, and I say, "Hi, Ed. This is Israel. I saw you're online looking at homes in the Queens area, and I'm just checking in to see what are your plans. What do you might be looking for?"
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. I'm just looking, but I already have an agent. Thanks.
Okay, no problem. Did you sign a contract with that agent?
Ooh.
No, I didn't, but whenever I see something, I call him.
Oh, okay, I understand. And out of curiosity, do you own or are you currently renting?
I'm renting right now.
All right. Okay, wonderful. You're renting. And how soon did you need to move?
I'm not in a rush, to be honest, man. Maybe 3-6 months from now.
3-6 months, okay. So within those months, how many homes have you seen? Well, within a month, I'm sorry. How many homes have you seen with the other agent?
About 1 or 2.
1 or 2, okay. And how long have you been looking?
I'd say about 3 months now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Have you been looking online or have you physically seen any homes?
We've seen a few homes physically.
Okay. And how has that experience been for you so far? Why haven't you found the right home yet?
I mean, honestly, man, by the time we see it, it's gone. It's like off the shelf.
Yeah.
Oh, I completely understand that. You know, I don't want to step on anyone's toes, but let me ask you: has the agent sat down with you and asked you what your expectations are in a home? What are you comfortable in spending, and helped you understand that market?
Honestly, not really. She just shows us what we want to see.
Okay. Well, again, I don't want to step on anyone's toes or take anyone's business, but this is a big investment you're taking on, right?
Correct.
Don't you owe yourself? Can't read this. Don't you owe yourself?
It's okay.
It's all right. You know what? Let me try to read this clearly because I can't read it right.
You guys wrote that, by the way.
I know, but I'm trying to read the screen, so you're moving up. You're moving up the screen. I'm like, wait, stop. So, don't you owe it to yourself to know you have someone who's working proactively for you in your best interest? When would it be a good time for us to just meet and talk? I would just appreciate your time and the opportunity to earn your business.
Yeah, and guys, let's go. Before we finish it up, let's go with. I can read it. Let me be the agent right now. So if someone says have an agent right away, I have an agent right away. So that, of course, is going to go a little bit more differently. So as an agent, I would say, great. I don't want you to step on anyone's toes, but I do have to sleep tonight. So you want to still show concern, right? It is 2021, not 2020, and it seems as though everyone has their real estate license nowadays. Are you 100% certain that agent you're working with is protecting your future investment and doing everything she can to be proactively looking for a home for you? So I'm not saying you want to, again, move that agent aside, but again, you want to dig a little bit further, you know.
If I may, can I
do
jump
have
in?
an agent, they have a contract. I would go to the extent, it's like, let's pretend that agent is the worst agent in the world. Why not? You never know. And sometimes they don't really have a contract and they just sign an agency disclosure and they think it is a contract and it's not. All right. So again, I think what we did here was to just simply overcome the objection, which was really not an objection, because most of the time they don't have an agent, and it's not because they went to 2-3 homes to that agent that agent is their agent, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, if I may jump in here, Gigi, at the end of the day, ultimately, what you have to do is try to connect with that person.
Yeah.
That's it. At the end of the day, the questions you might ask, I mean, look, we live in New York City, okay?
Yeah.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulders. You can't trust anybody.
No.
Unless you're from another country. Now, look, listen, I'm telling you, it's just you're kind of answering the phone already with your guard up. You know what I mean? Who's calling me? I don't know who this is. Hello, hey, how you doing? I'm an agent. I already have an agent. You know what I mean? Like, why are you even calling me? So it's more of, look, I don't want to bash the other agent, but it sounds like, hey, you know what? There's some steps that they could have coached you through. There's some things that they could have filled you in and educated you on. This way you could have advanced to the next step. Hey, there's a reason why maybe some of your offers aren't being accepted. Hey, maybe there's a reason why you're seeing homes and they're flying off the shelf. You're not prepared. And it seems like whoever you're working with hasn't prepared you. So it's not shooting them down. It's just presenting value. All you have to do is present value as yourself. Don't worry about what the next person is doing. Just show up and present the value.
No, you're right. You're right. You're right. And again, this is like when somebody tells you, oh, I'm working with an agent, or yeah, we've been going out, just don't answer like, okay, or keep doing it, see you later. You know, no, I mean, let's dig. Again, you know, I have several new agents in our organizations in mind who came to me with, you know, a little bit of frustrations, not being able to, not only, sometimes you're not able to reach the leads, or you reach the leads. Even if there's Zillow leads and they're being transferred to you, they might come up with those type of objections, and you're like, okay, what do I say next? Right? And it's not obvious for somebody who is fairly new in the business, or even somebody who's been doing this for a while. And sometimes I find myself to be like, okay, let me just, I'm not.
We all get
well, one thing to understand even as a new agent is don't take your calls emotional. I mean, this is not the business for it. This is a business of rejection. So we're just going to always get rejection every single time, from the beginning of our phone calls to maybe towards the end as well. But the point is that don't take every phone call as though you're going to be the champion of that phone call, or the fact that they hung up on you because they hate you. You just have to really build yourself a sort of a turtle shell in a way to say, you know what, I'm not really affected by this. I'm just going to go into the next question and move on from there. And again, more questions you ask, the bigger you become in digging deep into their emotions or their motivation, and go from there as well.
So I'm seeing we have a couple of nice comments, no real questions. Yes, we are all very pretty. Thank you very much. Please don't hesitate to ask.
And I parted my nose too.
Business-related questions. If you can't see this little training live today, it's gonna stay on forever in the web, and then you can actually comment on the questions, and Ed and Israel or myself would be really, really happy to oblige and answer and help you out. All right, guys, I think we should move on.
Sure.
Let's move on to the next question, and that is going to be, ta-da!
Can I read it?
The magic of the internet.
Can I read it? Can
Go
I
ahead.
read the description? I love this one. I love
know.
this one. You get a call that comes in, and the first words out of their mouth is, "I just want to see this one. Let me see it. Just let me get in there."
That's it. Yeah.
So,
this one gets under your skin, right? In the days where we used to actually drive around with the buyers, it's like how many times I took, especially at the beginning of that 250-year career of mine, where I was taking just about anybody, and it's like they want to see one home, and you're not, you're not prepared. You don't ask them the right question. But go ahead, let's go with that script.
I think we all go
dialogue. Who's going to be the lead? To be the agent?
You want to be the lead? Yeah, I'll be the agent on this one. So again, assuming you've already established yourself, you've introduced yourself. I normally like to, once the call gets picked up, I say, "Hey, how you doing? My name is Ed. I'm with eXp Realty. I'm following up because of this reason." Now, clearly, if it was a lead that came online, they would kind of have an idea of who I am. So to start it off, I'll be the agent. Here we go, Israel. What is it about? Actually, you know what? Go ahead. You can start. You can say by saying, I just want to see it.
Yeah. I'm just interested in seeing that one home. Why aren't there more photos online?
What is it about this home or this property that makes you want to see it?
Well, it's the right price, and I don't like the neighborhood.
Okay. How long have you been looking?
Well, I just want to see this home,
Okay. Well, look, Israel, whether you are trying to see this home in particular or the next one, there is a process we must go through to see homes. Let me explain the home purchasing process to you. Do you have some time or a few minutes for me to explain, Israel?
Sure. I have some time. Let's talk.
Okay. Well, tell me, what is your current situation? Do you own or rent?
I currently own.
Okay. Are you going to be selling your current home or keeping it?
We're not sure yet.
Okay. Do you need the proceeds of your home to purchase the next one?
We do. Yeah, I need the funds from my home to buy the next one. Yep.
Yeah.
Great. Let me explain to you why selling your home before buying would work best for you.
Okay. Yeah, no problem.
Now, for this one, I know we didn't go into too much detail as far as that. The conversation is going to veer off from that, right? Like if you say, okay,
Right.
no problem, this is kind of where you come in as the advisor. Remember, I know we're all real estate agents, we're all realtors, but you
Yeah.
want to stand out. You want to stand out and be an
May I ask,
advisor at the end of the day.
if I may ask, in real life, this is never going to happen. All right. In real life,
Well,
you're going to have to go through the objections of,
Of course.
basically, let me explain. So we're not covering that today. We'll do it another time because this one is a real big topic.
Correct.
I need the proceeds of my home, of my current home to buy another one. So
And that'll be the next training.
another whole training. Let's move on. I think, I guess we'll do another training just on that.
yeah, this one could go either way. Either yes, I want to talk to you, or no, I don't want to talk to you. So
Yeah, and we should keep going. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll finish it off here as far as the agent's concerned. Let's say the conversation went good and you've understood it. I mean, you've explained yourself to the potential buyer, and you could finish it off and say, hey, look, I completely understand and respect that. However, the market is moving so fast and most homes have multiple offers. I don't want to get you into a situation where you fall in love with the home and are not prepared. And also, if I found any other homes that met your specific criteria, would you be interested in seeing those too?
yeah, I suppose.
Okay. I mean, again, this is some verbiage that you can use here at the end. But I will tell you what, I have to make arrangements to get into this home anyway. In the meantime, do you mind if I have my lender contact you to get that process started, just in case this is that perfect home for you? This way, we will be a few steps ahead. I promise there is no obligation, and I'm not trying to push you. I just don't want to see you potentially lose something that works perfectly for you, and I'd add your family. It's rough out there. All right. All I want to do is protect your investment and have the opportunity to earn your business.
Yeah. So thank you guys for that. So this is really important. Like that objection was pretty much, we have to establish like the question. Okay, well, that's great. We passed. I just want to see that one home because that's what I want to buy. And in the end, are you ready to purchase this one home? I mean, there is going to be also the fear of loss that's we're gonna install there, because if they cannot buy the home right away. I mean, further we're gonna go in details, and especially if they need to sell the other home.
Right.
And again, we pass the objection. We unearthing and other potential big issue, and that's really important. So what you're doing, you're anchoring that value proposition that you're offering to those buyers. Like you're going to be really instrumental in their search for a home, and I think this is really important. What do you think, guys?
100%. I agree with you, Gigi. I mean, at the end of the day, importantly, you have to connect. Just connect. You have to find that avenue. And the more you go through it, to be honest, the more, and I'm sure you guys can agree on it, the more hangups you get, the better you're going to start to sharpen your tool to get better at your craft.
Right. Yeah, I think it's practice. It's once you get the hang of, you need to establish that bond with the person you're talking to. And it has to be genuine. You can't just be like all fake and scripted. And
they'll feel it. Anybody can feel
it. It has to come from the heart and a place of service, because that's what we're doing, right? Ultimately, that's what we're doing. We can make a lot of money doing it, but that's what we're doing.
But again, I mean, if you've sharpened your tool and you've become a perfectionist in your craft, then you should get paid.
Of course, definitely. Yeah. Israel, you want to add something to that?
I think you guys hit it on the nail when it comes to that. I strongly believe in building a relationship, from the beginning. Part of what I do as well is you don't get the same kind of person who either speaks softly, or you get a person who speaks harsh, and you really just need to learn how to mirror and match them. And from there, they'll feel like you're actually part of their world. And from there, you start building that kind of relationship with that person. We all have either a loud way of speaking or a very soft way of speaking. And by mirror matching from the beginning, honestly, it really matters. As a realtor, we all get our telemarketer calls, and we automatically don't know who the hell is this person talking to, and they don't even know how to relate to us. So we actually, have that same kind of feeling when we speak to new customers or new leads. So we actually just have to really learn how to build that relationship, of tonality, of speed, and mirroring matching to exactly who you're speaking to on the phone.
Yeah, and I think we also should do another, and that would be great to do it with the two of you guys, like another topic where we discuss different how to handle different personalities of buyers and sellers. This one would be kind of funny, I think, right?
I think so.
I also wanted to tell all agents out there whatever we're doing, all those questions again are directed to handle the objection, go through with it, nice and smooth, find the motivation of your buyer, and see how far along in the process they are, so you can actually have them in your database or CRM. At eXp Realty, we'll use this wonderful CRM called KV Core. And at this point, it's easy to actually add some campaigns for your buyers so you can help them and just remind them that you're there, put some listing alerts, and for some sellers have home valuation and so on and so forth. So you can actually know what you can help them with, and actually customize those listing alerts to their specific needs. So let's move on with the next question, which I love this one. Let's share the screen. All right, the wonders of technology. Look at this. So the next question is, I am at work right now. I can't.
You have to whisper. You have to whisper it. I'm at work. Hello? I'm at work right now.
So
who is this?
We have our CRM core calls the leads for us, right? And that person comes up, looking at stuff on your website, and they interact with you, and KV Core calls, and it's middle of the afternoon. You accept the call, and that person picks up, and they say, "Go ahead." I mean, they say, "I can't. I'm at work. I can't talk right now." So number one, what comes to my mind is, why the hell are you answering the phone if you're at work? But anyway, that's between.
And if it was after maybe 11 p.m., then it would be but
no.
It's fun. You got to make it fun. I like Israel said it before. You got to make it. You got to make it fun. Don't take it personal.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you have we spoke about this yesterday. You literally have a 3 to 5 second window to grab their attention.
Yeah.
So play with it. You know what I mean? This is something that Gigi put together. We kind of went through it, but again, play with it. You got 5 seconds. Go.
Yeah. So basically, the answer to this, and if you guys don't mind, this is not really a dialogue, but once you have that person, is like you have two options. Either you tell them, "Okay, let me try to call you later," which is in the end might be a long time before you can talk to that person again, or as you have them say, "Okay, I don't want to keep you. I just wanted to know if you were planning a move in the next 6 months to a year, as I've seen you on my website. And one other thing, I wanted to make sure your email address is buyer@email.com. Okay, is that your email address? Great. Is there any specifics you want me to set up before we talk again, as far as you search for real estate? Yes, no, thank you very much. And before we talk again, talk to you soon, Joe. Thank you." And that's it, right? So again, have fun with it. Even if they could be a little bit irate about it, I would still try to.
Yeah, I agree with that 1,000%. I mean, honestly, if somebody tells me they're at work, I say, "Me too." It's like, and just have fun with it. It's like, me too. I mean, I'm at work too. And just want to really let them know that it's, you're there to help them out. Because honestly, just probably not only core. I mean, I run into other points where they're just either clicking on something online and you want to call them and you're not able to call them right away, and you're calling them at the time of their own work. Just really have to let them know that, hey, listen, I just need a few minutes of your time. I just want to, set up the system for you. set it and forget it kind of thing, and go from there. And we'll
And
talk later.
I just raised something. I think I mentioned it at the meeting we had last week. You know that more than half of real estate agents never follow up with their leads? And
That's
that
a
is
problem.
a huge problem we have in our industry. So that demonstrates to you, even if you're calling at the wrong time, but that demonstrates that you are a professional and that you actually care for your business, have respect for your customer base, and just follow through and follow up. And this is really important. And I think the buyers, the lead, at some point they see through that, they see your value, and they see you as completely different than the rest of the agent, real estate agent population, which unfortunately I think we need to raise the bar, and that's what we're trying to establish today.
100%.
All right.
Yeah, we definitely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely. So let's go to the next. Oh, this one. All right. So this is number 5, and we have one more to go through. And I just wanted to look, at some properties, but I had to sign into your website to look. And, those people are, of course, a little bit frustrated. Yes, our websites are designed to have consumers look into it and ultimately register. All right, once they show interest in 2 or 3 properties. Who wants to be the lead? Who wants to be the agent?
I guess I'll be the lead this time.
Yep, fine. You are.
Cool.
All right, so you start, Ed.
So,
Cool.
yeah, got it.
Yeah, here we go. I don't want to talk to anyone. All right. I just want to look at homes. That's all I want to do.
All right.
I totally understand, and I know it's frustrating, but guess what? Now you don't have to take another phone call because we're talking now. And there's another way of answering that as well, and it's I totally understand, and I know it's so annoying. We just want to make sure you find what you're looking for. Our job is to make online experience easy as possible. How can we continue to help market the information so that you don't have to register anywhere else again? What exactly might be looking for?
I don't know. I'm just looking for now.
Awesome. What kind of home would interest you the most?
I have to have a single family detached. No attached houses.
No attached houses. Okay, good. Got it. And do you have a price range in mind?
I was thinking maybe 600, 650.
Perfect. All right. And one last thing. Do you have a timeline as to, when would you like to be in this home?
Maybe 6 months from now.
All right. So after that, we can keep going with the prequel, and the Oscar goes to. I know.
You did it perfect timing too.
Right.
So on this one is, yes, it is frustrated. It is frustrating to have to sign up in any of those, even on shopping websites. Sign up with everything, but that's how it is, and you take it in stride. You empathize with the lead. Empathy is really like the key ingredient here, and you empathize with your lead, and you move on with asking questions. So again, you can set those leads up with some real estate search, and you can customize them to fit their needs. That's why this person didn't want an attached house, and then it follows on with buyer's qualification, which is a whole different story. You guys want to add to this?
I think we're good. I think we're good to. I mean, look, again, ultimately, Gigi, I think you said it a bunch of times already. You're trying to overcome the objection.
Yeah.
You're trying to figure out what their motivation is, and you're trying to figure out how far along the process they are.
Right, and this is it. I guess but it's hard for everybody just to understand that from the get-go, because it's not only if you're new, you're trying to sort out what you want just for yourself in your career. So even more so, knowing what to do with a lead is probably overwhelming. And I was there, you know, and it's frustrating.
I mean,
you know, it's like, yeah.
I mean, to add to that, Gigi, I mean, even though we might be getting these type of objections now, over the course of time, they're going to fade out. Why? Everybody's going online. Everybody has to create a username and password to sign into pages. Everybody has, you know, all these other online shopping networks that they're a part of. Everybody's doing it. So it's like, it's almost a common thing. It's like, even if they were to question it, just go over it. Hey, look, yeah, you know, those are just the features that I have exclusive to you. This is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to build a campaign exclusively for you.
Yeah. All right. I guess we have one more. Let me just go and scroll through one more. Okay. This one is, I was just looking, but it's something where, we've seen it a couple of times. The person is obviously interested in purchasing, and they're saying to you, I'm just looking to see if there is anything I can afford. So on this one, we're going to unearth. Is that English? Unearthing? It's probably not, but it's okay. We're trying to find out how far in the qualification process they are, and specifically the mortgage qualification. Who wants to be the agent and who wants to be the lead, gentlemen?
I guess we'll flip it around.
Flip it around.
Let's do it. Go ahead, Israel. You want to read number 6? I guess that's the leads quote.
Yeah.
The leads quote. Well, yes, you're right.
Number 6.
I'm just looking to see if there's anything else I can afford.
Great. All right, Israel. Have you spoken with anyone about how much a mortgage payment would be on a particular price property?
No, I haven't.
Okay. I want to make sure we are staying within your budget. All right. And that is the best place to start. We can look at homes all day long, but I want to be sure you are comfortable with the payments first. Does that make sense?
It does. Yeah.
Great. Would you mind if I have my lender reach out to you? What is the best time for them to reach you?
In the morning.
There you go, people. There you go. So this one was fairly simple. We obviously have like an interested consumer, somebody who is already thinking of purchasing. They're more than browsing, right? But they need help. They need help in getting qualified, you know? Yeah.
And the thing to understand with this, I think Ed mentioned this yesterday as well, that out of all 6 of these, this is the one that's actually really a warm lead. This is a person who's, you know, really looking to step into that arena of real estate and find out what's out there, what they can buy, what they, you know, can invest on. So this is a person you certainly want to nurture, you know, versus having to figure out what the other ones having to figure out what their actual motivations are. The motivation is already there.
Yeah. So the thing is also I have actually this week I had a question which was similar, and the person asked, can you send to me cheap houses? And I was like, take cheap. Why cheap? Let me not ask her. And then again, have you been qualified and so on and so forth? And no, she didn't. And she felt like maybe she was in the lower range end of price values. And I asked her, you know, a little bit about, you know, if she was prepared with down payment and stuff. You know, we went a little bit in qualification and just talked. And I said, you know, and then find out what she's doing. She's in nursing. She's a nice job. She could probably benefit from grants and stuff like that. And we could set her up with a, but it was all nice and casual. And same thing, I just proposed that a loan officer we work with would call her, and that was that. And the loan officer that actually speaks a language that helps too. Okay, and that's that. Yeah. So those are warm leads, and the question is not stupid. It's just they're trying to figure out which way to go, and you know, and we have to sense that. We have to. It's not like, oh, you know, what I can afford, or I want to look at something cheap, because you don't know what you can afford yet.
It's right? True. I mean, look, they vote. The best thing you could do and Israel said it earlier too, is ask questions. You
Yeah.
should be listening twice as much than you should be speaking. And if you
Right.
ask the right questions, they're just going to talk. People just want to speak about things. And especially if they've gone through something difficult, they want to share that experience with somebody else. And if you're somebody that's just standing there, accepting the information, and then presenting value, you don't need to badger the other person. You already stand out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all that matters. And what I like about what you just said as far as listening, I think you and I did it, and this is part of our role play. We've done it. We've done it so many times, um, and it's part of that is actually repeating what they say
Yeah.
after a while. Like the last three sentences, that helps you listen to exactly what you're talking about.
So
So
guys, sorry, go ahead, finish up.
no, go ahead.
Yeah. So we're already 40 minutes into this this little training. I don't want to spend too much time and be totally boring and a snooze. I wanted to thank you both for helping.
There's a question, Gigi.
There's a question before we.
Oh.
Yeah, can I read it? It's Sue. So I guess I don't know if she's dealing with somebody, but it said just send me off market property. Oh, so this is a buyer saying, hey, just send me off market property. I'm good with the online search. I don't need you to forward online property. I guess is this different question?
No, my answer is usually nothing is really off market nowadays. I mean, unless it's your own little property that you haven't put on the market yet. Are they looking for foreclosures? They can go, all those foreclosure websites have the property. We have, everything is pretty much out there on the internet. I don't think you're going to have a lot of off-market properties, or if they're off-market, they're probably coming soon properties.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I mean, the only way I would... Oh, go ahead, Israel. I'm sorry.
You started first, man. Go ahead.
I mean, at the end of the day, like we said it before, you're trying to get over the objection. Right now, it sounds like maybe this person is just browsing. Whoever kind of brings them the property first wins. Look, at the end of the day, I feel like you might cheapen yourself and you might cheapen your services and your business if you're doing that. Spend some time with them. If you can, reach out to them. Try to get more information off of that. Tell me why it's important to you to find these off-market properties. Yeah. I understand you're good with the online searches, but I do this for a living. This is what I do for work. Let me help you. Let me show you the way. Let me guide you along the way, because people are going to say what they want. Hey, my cousin told me that this year the market's going to drop and the houses are going to, they're going to be so cheap. I'm buying. And then the next question, if you ask them, really, your cousin said that? Yeah, my cousin told me. Is your cousin a real estate agent? No. But he just looks at the market. Yeah. Wow. Wouldn't you want to get educated? Wouldn't you want to get the right information from people that are actually involved, that are reading the market almost as if it's the stock market, that are reading the numbers, the fluctuations in the prices to see how much the property sold 6 months ago compared to today?
Right. So the last question is, somebody is asking if you can share this dialogue. This will be shared with actually all the agents from our organizations, the Alliance Movement, and at large with some of our EXP associates and partners. And if anyone wants to discuss partnering up with us, please feel free to, now I'm losing my English, I'm going to say it in French.
Okay.
Please feel free to reach out to us on Messenger. I guess we're going to leave our information in the comments later, and you're going to be able to reach either one of us, whomever you think is prettier. And I just wanted to I really appreciate this. Us three coming together and put this together. It was actually fun. Like, the whole prep was great. I hope we can do this on a regular basis and bring value to agents out there. All right, and I think we can wrap it up for today. All right. Thank you again for being there. You guys out in the Facebook world, please put in your comments. Reach out to us. We'll be glad to help you out. Have a great weekend and go.
Happy Friday. Take care, guys.
Happy Friday.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.